Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. Hope you're enjoying the All-Star game. It was 2-1 when last I was watching. I wanted to play this game because it is always on my mind. It is going to be the 1919 Chicago White Sox on their Road to Redemption tour, taking on the 2018 Los Angeles Angels. So it's going to be Eddie Cicotte once again, and he will be taking on Shohei Ohtani. And there will be no DH in this game. The Angels forego the DH, even though they're playing in Los Angeles, as Ohtani will hit. So Eddie Cicotte will also bat, as they have forego. That is the home team's decision. So the pitchers will hit in this game as we continue our redemption tour for the 1919 Chicago White Sox, aka the Black Sox, the team that rigged the World Series, or threw it, however you'd like to put it. National League, the pitchers will hit. American League, there will be a DH. Alrighty. So once again, it's the 1919 White Sox versus the 2018 Angels. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. The 1919 Chicago White Sox, a.k.a. Black Sox, travel to the city of Angels to tangle with the Los Angeles Angels. Can Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, and Albert Pujols wrangle in the Wild Bunch from the Windy City? We shall find out, so let's play ball at the ballpark. The original Grognard here at the ballpark. He's traveled out to L.A., check out that wonderful military strategy channel and much, much more. And also our good friend Sports Time Machine. Please subscribe to that channel, as he will be continuing his 1927 Yankees taking on the 1975 Reds in the Ultimate World Series prize using Card&Dice Advanced and Super Advanced Strat-O-Matic. As he says, dead ball versus Hollywood. You are correct, my friend. And feel free to give me some updates on the All-Star game as I shut the TV off. It was 2-1 when last I checked. Great pitching, great defense, and boom goes the ball. All right, let's go to the lineups here in Los Angeles on the Road to Redemption tour. Eddie Cicotte will start. He'll start all the games. It's Eddie Cicotte. He went 29-7 with a 1.82 earned run average. It's called barnstorming, folks. And he'll be facing off against Shohei Ohtani, who is 4-2 with a 3.31 earned run average, and he will bat for himself. For the Chicago White Sox, Eddie Collins will lead off and play second base. Shoeless Joe Jackson bats second in left field. Buck Weaver bats third, plays third. Chick Gandel plays first, and he's the cleanup hitter. He orchestrated the fixing of the World Series. Batting fifth, Happy Felch, and he's in center field. Doing the catching, batting sixth is Ray Schalk. Batting seventh in right field, Shane O'Collins. At shortstop, hitting eighth, Swede Risberg. And batting ninth, towing the rubber up on the bump for the Chicago White Sox here in L.A., Eddie Cicotte. He will be used pitcher's hitter's card number 3. For the Los Angeles Angels, leading off, playing center field, Mike Trout. Batting second, the pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. Batting third, playing left field, is Upton. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Simmons. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Albert Pujols. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Fletcher. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Brasino. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Calhoun. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Valbuena. And on the mound, as we say, Shohei Ohtani, 4-2, 3.31 earned run average. And here we go to the ballpark. And the first pitch, Eddie Collins strides to the plate for the Chicago White Sox of 1919. 319, 4 homers, 7 triples, 19 doubles. Ohtani looks in, picks up the sign from Valbuena. Here's the pitch, homeward bound to Eddie Collins. 6. Pick up some sticks off the Ohtani card. 6. 6, fly ball to right field. Calhoun is camping. 1 down. So Eddie Collins flies out to right. 1 away. That'll bring up Shoeless Joe Jackson, looking to ink a Nike contract. Shoeless Joe, 351, 7 homers, 14 triples, 31 doubles. Ohtani's ready. He deals to Shoeless Joe Jackson. 1-5 off the Jackson card. 1-5 ground ball to short. Up with it is Simmons. He fires to Pujols. 2 down. So Jackson grounds out 6-3. Ohtani looks sharp, keeping the ball down. So 2 outs, base is empty for the third baseman for the White Sox, Buck Weaver. 296, 3 homers, 9 triples, and 33 doubles. Ohtani and the Angels looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The windup and the pitch to Buck Weaver. 2-7 off the Weaver card. 2-7. Hard hit ball to short. Simmons backhands it. Fires low. Scooped out of the dirt by Pujols. And the side is retired. 1-2-3. Go the 1919 White Sox. Go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless. When next the White Sox come up, it'll be Chick Gandil, the first baseman. Orchestrator of the fix. So Eddie Cicotte, the spitball knuckleballer, up on the bump, and that pitch is legal. That pitch will be legal in this barnstorming tour. He will face Trout, Ohtani, and Upton. Mike Trout, 312, 39 homers, 79 ribbies. Here's Eddie Cicotte. Ray Schulk sets the target. The pitch to Trout. 6-8 off the Cicotte card. 6-8. Fly ball deep to center field. Going back is Happy Felch, and he'll make the catch, and Trout is retired as he flies out to his counterpart in center. 1 down. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate. 285, 22 homers, and 61 ribbies. If pitchers all hit like this, then yes, get rid of the designated hitter. But they don't. So thus, let's have the DH. Ohtani. Let's see how he handles the flutter ball by Eddie Cicotte. Pitch homeward bound to Ohtani. Cicotte deals Shohei Ohtani a 4-4. Will it close the door? 4-4. Swing and a miss! As that ball just went dipping and a diving, Ohtani went fishing, and he came up snake eyes. So that's a K for Cicotte. Also here in LA at the ballpark, Waxman 68 cards. Check out that wonderful card collecting channel as he's saying hello to everyone. And ID Gesture, who just had a wonderful chat with our good friend Chris from Tabletop Sports Delaware, a.k.a. Strat-O-Matic Delaware. Now he's Tabletop Sports Delaware. And Uncle Ron Juckett from Retro Sports Network. They were talking Dungeons and Dragons. I caught the end of it. It was a lot of fun. I suggest you check it out. Make sure to give that a like, a sub, a share, and all that good stuff. So there's 2 outs. Stepping to the plate. Stepping to the plate, Justin Upton, the left fielder, 257, 30 homers, 85 ribbies. Cicotte sends the flutter ball fourth. 1-8 off the Upton card. 1-8, and that's a walk. Schalk tried to frame it. Upton almost chased, but he held up. So Upton's at first. He's a C stealer. Schalk is a 1 defender at catcher. That's -4 and a hold. Upton's going nowhere. Now I'll bring up the shortstop, Algerton Simmons. 292, 11 homers, 75 ribbies. They will hold Upton on. Cicotte picks up the sign. The windup and the pitch to Simmons. 2-6 off the Simmons card. 2-6 and a 4. And that is a double. That's going to gap Shoeless Joe Jackson and Happy Felch. Double, 2 stars. So going first to third is Justin Upton. And with 2 outs, it's second and third on the Simmons double. as they try to get to Cicotte here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs. So Eddie Cicotte in a bit of trouble. Ray Schalk, the catcher, will go out there to have a word with Eddie Cicotte. He didn't win 29 games with a 1.82 earned run average for nothing in 1919. And now he'll have to face Albert Pujols. He didn't face anyone like Albert back in 1919, but he wants to put Prince Albert back in the can. Albert Pujols, 245, 19 homers, 64 ribbies, 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, no score. Angels looking to jump out in the lead against the 1919 White Sox. Cicotte takes a deep breath. The windmill windup and the pitch to Albert Pujols. 2-8 off the Pujols card. 2-8. Pujols is fooled. He pops it up towards the shortstop outfield grass. Going back, waving his arms, making the catch is Swede Risberg, and the side is retired. Eddie Cicotte sent the best flutter ball he could against Pujols and got out of the jam. Angels strand 2, score none. Top of the second, scoreless here in Los Angeles. When next the Angels come up, it will be the second baseman, David Fletcher, to lead off. Due up for the Chicago White Sox, Gandil, Felch, and Schalk to face Shohei Ohtani. Pitched a scoreless first inning. Jake Cruz is here at the ballpark. How you doing, my friend? And also Dave Little is here in LA at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel. He has Action PC Basketball on Fridays. Lots of fun. He's in the playoffs for his 70s league. Also, check out his Facebook group, Sports Simulation. No, that's not it. Anyway, Dave Little, please put the name of the Facebook group because I always forget. As they're subbing Waxman, that's cool. Sub one another. That's what you should do. That's what the FOC is about. Friends of the channel, friends of the community. No one shall keep the FOC down because there's the right way, there's the wrong way, and then there's the only way, the FOC way. All right, here comes Chick Gandil, 291 homers, 7 triples, 24 doubles to face Shohei Ohtani. Here's the pitch from Ohtani to Gandil. 1-8 off the Chick Gandil card. 1-8. Line shot! And making the leaping catch at third is Valbuena, robbing Gandil of extra bases. That was a great web gem on the line shot. So Gandil is out. Can't hit the ball any harder than that. So 1 out, and that will bring up the center fielder, Happy Felch. 275, 7 homers, 11 triples, 34 doubles. 7 homers in 1919. That's the power company right there. Dave Little, the Facebook page. Oh, I was right. Sports Simulation and Replays, that's Facebook. Join that group. I would have joined it, but I got banned from Facebook when I tried to sign up because they asked for a photo. So I sent up a photo of Ted Williams, and I got banned. Yeah, so I got banned from Facebook within 2 minutes. No sense of humor by those bastards. And they steal your information and sell it. That's for sure. Braves for life. How you doing? He says, is doing this during the All-Star game sacrilegious? No, it's not. You can watch the All-Star game and this. I was watching the All-Star game as 2-1, but I wanted to play this game. Great pitching, great defense in the All-Star game. The bearded wonder hit a homer to make it 2-1 to bring the National League to within 1. It was 2-0. So if you give me an update, that'd be really cool. All right, here's Happy Felch. 1 out, no one on. Ohtani picks up the sign. He deals to Happy Felch. 5-7, 5-7 off the Ohtani card. 5-7, swing and a miss. So that's 2 down. Ohtani registers his first K. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes the catcher, Ray Schalk, who had nothing to do with the fix in 1919. 282, no homers, 3 triples, and 9 doubles. Ohtani and the Angels looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Brasino wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ray Shulk. 6-8 off the Ohtani card. 6-8 ground ball to short. Defensive check for Simmons. He's an excellent defender. That is a 1. It's a 1-1. And he makes the diving stop, pops up, fires to Pujols, and the side is retired. A 1-1. Anywhere else, that's a base hit, but not at Simmons. Another great play, so 2 great plays in the inning. Produce a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Here in Los Angeles. When next the White Sox of 1919 come to the plate, Shane O'Collins will lead things off. Angels throwing the leather around in the infield. Due up for the Angels, Fletcher, Brasino, and Calhoun to face Eddie Cicotte, the flutter ball. Waxman asks how I do not have it's on Fox Network, Waxman. It's on Fox Network, the All-Star game, my friend. Braves for Life, American League 4, National League 3, bottom of the 8th. It's a good one. I had the TV on, but I didn't want to listen to it, so I figured I'd get updates here. Alonso struck out his first time up, and now Braves for Life says Alonso just got a hit and knocked in 2 RBIs, I believe. Cool. Thank you for the update. Yeah, Waxman, it's on Fox, the network, the regular Fox TV. All right, here comes Fletcher, the second baseman, David Fletcher, 275, 1 homer, 25 ribbies. Eddie Cicotte back up on the bump. He deals to David Fletcher, 4-4. Will it close the door on Fletcher? 4-4 off the Cicotte card. 4-4. Swing and a miss! As that ball dropped off the table, it's dancing. The knuckle spitter, whatever you want to call it, is dancing. Fletcher's out. Second strikeout for Cicotte. That'll bring up Jose Brasino, the catcher. 239, 5 homers, 10 ribbies. Shulk sets the target to pitch to Brasino, his counterpart. 4-9 off the Eddie Cicotte card. 4-9. Swing and a miss! Back-to-back Ks by Eddie Cicotte. As they play, you can't touch this. I don't think they wanted to play that right then and there, but they did. A slight chuckle from the crowd. Now bring up Cole Calhoun, the right fielder for the Angels. In 2018 for Los Angeles, he batted .208, 19 homers, 57 ribbies. Struck out 133 times. Will Cicotte strike out the side? He nods his head. Windmill windup. He deals to Calhoun. 1-9 off the Calhoun card. 1-9. Boom goes the ball, and Cole Calhoun will touch them all. That ball did not dance. It got smacked out of the ballpark. As Calhoun trots around the bases, he'll be greeted by Valbuena at the plate, and it is 1-0 Angels on the 1-9. That is a clean homer off the Cole Calhoun card, so there will not be strikeout the side, at least for the moment. 1-0 Angels. Fans loving it, as Calhoun had his own version of the home run derby with that at-bat. That'll bring up the number 9 batter, the third baseman, Luis Valbuena. Valbuena batted .199, 9 homers, 33 ribbies. Shulk goes out to have a quick word with Eddie Cicotte. Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys is here in Los Angeles at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful card collecting channel with his wonderful son, Grayson. I got to catch up on some of those videos. All right, Valbuena digs in. Here's a pitch from Cicotte. 3-4 off the Valbuena card. 3-4 ground ball to first. Fielding it is Chick Gandel. He underhand tosses to Cicotte, who steps on the bag, and the side is retired. But the Angels score first on the 2-out solo blast by Calhoun. We go to the top of the third, 1-0, 2018 Angels over the 1919 White Sox on their Road to Redemption tour, their barnstorming tour. When next, the Angels come up, it'll be the top of the order, Trout, Ohtani, and Upton. Due up for the 1919 White Sox to face Shohei Ohtani, Shane O'Collins, Swede Risberg, and Eddie Cicotte. Shane O'Collins, 279, the right fielder, 1 homer, 3 triples, and 6 doubles for the 1919 White Sox. Here's the pitch from Ohtani to Shane O'Collins, 2-7 off the Collins card, 2-7 single! A clean shot up the middle. Tying run is on. So Shane O'Collins is on with a leadoff single. He's a D-stealer, so he's going nowhere, folks. Base running slightly above average, 1 through 14. Brasino, the catcher, is a defender of a 3, so it's a -2 hold. And here comes Swede Risberg, 256. And then Eddie Cicotte's on deck, so we're going to have Swede swing away. Ohtani looking for the double play ball. They're not going to hold Collins on. Here's the pitch to Swede Risberg. 1-6 off the Risberg card. 1-6 line shot right at the second baseman Fletcher. He throws to first, and diving back is Shane O'Collins. He gets his hand in before the ball gets to the first baseman Pujols. 1 down. So Risberg hit the ball on the screws, but right at David Fletcher at second. So 1 out, 1 on for Eddie Cicotte. Can he help his own cause? Pitcher's hitter card number 3. The 1 has a double on the 8 of a 1 through 4 split, then a single 5 through 20. 9 and 10 are clean singles. 11 is a single 1 through 6. So he wants that 1. Or off the Ohtani card. Ohtani deals to his counterpart, the flutter baller Eddie Cicotte, and that's a 4-12 off the Ohtani card. 4-12 fly ball right field. He strikes it pretty well. It's going to be a defender check. The right fielder for the Angels is Calhoun. He's a 2 defender, and that's a 4. He might not get there on this. So a 2 and a 4, sinking line drive. He makes the dive and the catch. Cole Calhoun makes the diving catch, quickly pops up and throws it back in towards the infield. Retreating back to first is Shane O'Collins. So Eddie Cicotte gave it a bid, but a great catch, and that's a 3rd great play by the Angels defensively. So 2 outs, top of the order. With Shane O'Collins at first, Eddie Collins comes to the plate. He flew out to right. Shane O'Collins will be off on contact. They're going to hold him on now just to make him a +1 as opposed to a +2. Ohtani picks up the sign from Brasino. He deals to Eddie Collins. 6-11 off the Ohtani card. 6-11 ground ball to the first baseman Pujols, an aging Albert Pujols. He's a 4 defender, and that's a 3. I don't think he's going to get to this. He's going to make a dive. A 4 and a 3, and that's by him into right field. Going first to third is Shane O'Collins. So with 2 outs, there'll be runners on the corners for the Chicago White Sox of 1919. Pujols made the bid, but it went by him, and Collins was off to the races. First and third. Shane O'Collins at third. Eddie Collins at first. And here comes Shoeless Joe Jackson at the plate. As Waxman, 68 cards, says, Mets bullpen is underwhelming. Yes, they actually make the Red Sox bullpen look good, because the Red Sox bullpen is also underwhelming. All right. So with 2 outs, can Shoeless Joe Jackson tie this game up? Tying run 90 feet away. Shane O'Collins at third. Eddie Collins at first. Shoeless Joe at the plate. He grounded out to short. Ohtani on the mound. Here's the pitch to Shoeless Joe Jackson. 4-6 off the Ohtani card. 4-6. Swing and a miss! Ohtani blows the fastball by Shoeless Joe Jackson, and the side is retired. They strand him on the corners. And that's Ohtani's second strikeout. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 2018 Angels over the 1919 White Sox, a.k.a. the Black Sox, on their road to redemption tour, their barnstorming tour. So Shoeless Joe is 0 for 2. Buck Weaver will lead things off for the White Sox when next they come up. Due up in the bottom of the third for the Angels of 2018, top of the order, Trout, Ohtani, and Upton. To face Eddie Cicotte, he made a mistake with the flutter ball in the bottom of the second, and Cole Calhoun parked it, thus the 1-0 lead. Sip of water now. As Braves for Life says, FYI, Strat has a PC roster sale going on now until noon tomorrow. Yeah, but it's not like that other, what was that, buy 3, get 1 free? I stocked up on a ton of seasons, so I will pass on this one. But yes, take advantage of the sales. They're few and far between. They should be a little, I mean, that sale, and again, I think it was buy 3, get 1 free. It was a tremendous sale. Also, the 50% off because they're coming up with their new games, but that was a good sale too. I didn't get anything with that one. But I have a ton of Strat seasons now on the PC. All right, so here comes Mike Trout. Trout flew out to center. Here's a pitch from Cicotte to Trout. 3-9 off the Trout card. Trout card. Ball 4, that's a walk. He doesn't chase the flutter ball. He let the dancing butterfly go by. So Trout is on first. A Steeler. Schalk is a 1 defender, so that's -4. So it'd be 1 through 11 if he was stealing. He's going to hold put. They're going to hold him on. Here comes Ohtani. Ohtani struck out his first time against Cicotte. Eddie Cicotte would love a double play ball here. They're holding on Trout. Cicotte looks to first. Now in at Schalk. Here's the pitch to Shohei Ohtani. 6-5 off the Eddie Cicotte card. 6-5. Line shot right at Risberg at short, and the Swede makes the catch. So Ohtani makes great contact, but lines out to short. So there's 1 out, 1 on. Double play ends the inning. Here comes Justin Upton. He walked his first time up against Cicotte. They're holding Trout on. Cicotte gets a sign from Schalk. Pitch homeward bound. Butterfly ball goes fourth. 4-11 to Upton off the Cicotte card. 4-11. Ground ball to first, and that's an 8. Chick Gandil is a 1 defender. Will this be a double play ball? 1. 8. Gandil throws over to Risberg, back to Gandil, double play, and the inning is over. 3-6-3. Great job, and the side is retired. We're through 3, 1-0 Angels. When next the Angels come up, it will be Simmons leading things off. So Cicotte produced the double play ball that he so desperately wanted, and to keep it a 1-run deficit. Due up in the top of the 4th for the 1919 White Sox on their road to redemption tour, Weaver, Gandil, and Felch. Buck Weaver grounded to short in his first plate appearance. Sports Time Machine, that's Mr. Utah Mike. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please do so. Please do so. Please subscribe to all the wonderful content creators in the chat. And if you don't know if they're content creators, just hover near their name, 3 dots come up, go to their channel. If they have content, subscribe. Thank you. As once again, Sports Time Machine says, Strat for life. It's a fun game. The company could be a little more pleasant, but they're having more sales. That's a step in the right direction. All right. Ohtani's ready to work. He deals to Buck Weaver to start off the top of the 4th. 1-0 Angels. 3-11 off the Weaver card. 3-11. Ground ball back to Ohtani. He snares it. Throws to Pujols. 1 down. Chick Gandil steps to the plate. Thought he had a base hit, but a leaping catch by the third baseman, Valbuena, robbed him. Let's see if Chick Gandil, who started that wonderful double play to end the inning, gets something started here with 1 out in the top of the 4th. The pitch to Gandil. Ohtani fires in a 5-11 off the Ohtani card. 5-11. Ball 4. That was high. So Gandil's on first. Tying runs at first. B stealer. Brasino is a 3 defender, so that's a -2. And that's going to be 1 through 11 if he wants to steal. He's not going to steal because Happy Felch comes to the plate. I believe Charlie Sheen played him an 8-man out. So here's Happy Felch. Struck out against Ohtani. 1 out, 1 on. Can Ohtani produce the double play ball like Cicotte did to retire the side? They're holding Gandil on. Here's the pitch to Happy Felch from Ohtani. 4-3. What will it be? We shall see off the Shohei Ohtani card. 4-3. Ground ball back to Ohtani, and that's a 5. This could be the double play ball that ends the inning. So that's a 2-5. Let's check this out. Where's the pitcher? Here it is. 2-5. The only plays to first, as Ohtani does not field the ball cleanly and gets the sure out at first, as that was out 1. Runners advance 1 base. So with 2 outs, Chick Gandil, is at second as Felch grounds out 1-3. Now bring up the catcher, Ray Schalk. Let's see if Schalk can tie this game up. They're going to try to keep Chick Gandil close, 1 through 12 base runner. So it will only be a +1, 1 through 13. Schalk was also robbed of a hit by the shortstop, Simmons. Here's the pitch to Schalk. Gandil will be off on contact. 4-9 off the Ohtani card. 4-9. Single to center field. They're going to wave Chick Gandil home as he's a 1 through 13 with a +1. Here's the throw by Trout, and it's offline. We have a tie ball game as Gandil comes racing around from second, and Ray Schalk claps his hands at first, getting a pat on the back from the first base coach. And it's 1-1 here in the top of the 4th with 2 outs. What a clutch hit by Ray Schalk. Once again, had nothing to do with the fix in 1919. So the failure to turn 2 on the ball, hit back to Shohei Ohtani, comes back to roost. Here comes Shane O'Collins, a right fielder. He singled and was stranded at third in the 3rd inning. Schalk, a B stealer. They will hold him on 1 through 12. So he'll get a +1 on a base hit, 1 through 13. Here's the pitch to Shane O'Collins, looking for his 2nd hit of the ball game. A 2-2, how do you do? Off the Collins card, 2-2, swing and a miss. Curveball. Side is retired, but the White Sox of 1919 tie it up as Shohei Ohtani does pick up his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. So after the end of the top of the 4th, it's a 1-1 ball game. When next the White Sox come up, it'll be Swede Risberg to lead things off. Schalk goes back in to put on his catcher's equipment. Eddie Cicotte comes back out to the mound. Bobby Catalano, how the heck are you? Thank you for stopping by, my good friend. Check out her wonderful Facebook page and YouTube channel, please. Due up for the Angels in the bottom of the 4th in a tie ball game, Simmons, Pujols, and Fletcher to face Eddie Cicotte. Simmons doubled in his first plate appearance. Cicotte is ready The windup and the pitch to Simmons. 1-6 off the Simmons card. 1-6. 1-6. And that's a single. Simmons is a triple and a home run away from the cycle. He's now 2 for 2. Simmons is a B stealer. Shulk, 1 defender -4, so you know Simmons isn't going anywhere. Here comes Albert Pujols. Pujols popped out to short with runners at second and third and 2 outs in the bottom of the first, squandering an opportunity for the Angels. Pujols ready to grip and rip. Cicat scuffing up the ball. Here's the pitch to Pujols. 2-7. Will the butterfly ball dance? 2-7. And that is lifted out to left field. It's going to carry back a bit, but not far enough. Making the catch is Shoeless Joe Jackson. Retreating back to first is Simmons. So there's 1 out, 1 on for the second baseman, David Fletcher. He struck out his first time against Cicat. Cicat looking for the double play ball. He deals to Fletcher. 2-8 off the David Fletcher card. 2-8 single. And stopping at second is Simmons, as that's a single with 1 star. So first and second, 1 out. Fletcher now 1 for 2. Striding to the plate, the catcher, Jose Brasino. Brasino struck out against Cicat. On deck is Calhoun, the man who hit the solo blast. Cicat again hopes for the double play ball. They'll hold Simmons close at second. Here's the pitch of Brasino. 5-10 off the Cicat card. 5-10. Ground ball to third. The third baseman for the 1919 White Sox is Buck Weaver. He is a 2 defender, and that's a 5. So let's check this out. 2-5. He can only go to first on the slowly hit ground ball. Advancing to second and third are Simmons and Fletcher. So with 2 outs, it'll be second and third, as Weaver's only play was to first on the slowly hit ground ball. And here comes Cole Calhoun. He had a solo homer to give the Angels a then 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second. On deck is Valbuena. Will they walk Cole Calhoun and load the bases and pitch to Valbuena, who batted under 200? Cole Calhoun only batted 208, but had 19 homers and 57 ribbies. Luis Valbuena, 199, 9 homers and 33 ribbies. The 1 column on either one of these gentlemen's card is death for a pitcher. Well, not pure death, but a lot of death there. They're going to pitch to Cole Calhoun. Cicat says he can get him. Schultz goes back behind the plate. Sets a target. Here's the pitch to Cole Calhoun. Second and third. 2 outs. 1-1 ball game. And 5-6 off the Cicat card. 5-6. And that is a pop-up first base side. Gandil calling for it. He will make the catch. And the side is retired. So Cicat said he could get him. And he did. And again, that was a 5-6. Let's just make sure. 5-6 pop out to first. When next the Angels come up, it'll be Valbuena to lead things off. So we're through 4, and it's 1-1 here in L.A. between the 1919 White Sox and the 2018 Angels. The White Sox, a.k.a. the Black Sox, their Road to Redemption Tour, the Barnstorming Tour, the Tour of the Ages. Due up for the White Sox, Risberg, Cicat, and Eddie Collins. Swede Risberg lined out to second in his first plate appearance. So Ohtani's back up on the bump. 1-1. Here's the pitch to Swede Risberg. 3-10 off the Risberg card. 3-10 pop up between short and third. Calling for it is the shortstop Simmons, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Eddie Cicat was robbed of a base hit, possibly a double, on a great catch by the left fielder, Upton. Let's see if Cicotte can do it again, except get a hit this time. Ohtani deals to the butterfly man, Eddie Cicotte. Pitch homeward bound. Fastball, 2-6. 2-6, swing and a miss! He blew the ball right by Cicotte. And that's Ohtani's 4th strikeout. So there's 2 outs. Excuse me, top of the 5th. We go to the top of the order, Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins is 1 for 2. He's flown to right and singled. Here's the pitch to Eddie Collins. Ohtani deals Collins a 2-11, so we go to the Collins card. 2-11, ground ball to second. Fletcher's up with it. He throws to Pujols. And 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-1. Here in Los Angeles, when the 1919 White Sox arrive back at the plate, Shoeless Joe Jackson will lead things off. Due up for the Angels here in the bottom of the 5th. Valbuena in the top of the order, Trout and Ohtani. It's 1-1. Eddie Cicotte back up on the bump. The spitballer, knuckleballer. The flying fluff. Here's the pitch to Valbuena. 6-5 off the Cicotte card. 6-5. Line shot to the leaping Swede Risberg. 1 down. So Risberg returns the favor on a great leaping catch. 1 away, top of the order. And when you only bat 199, that's the way things go when you hit the ball well. Trout is 0 for 1. He's flown to center and walked. Can Cicotte make Trout go fishing? Schalk wiggles the fingers. Cicotte nods his head. He kicks and deals. 6-8 off the Eddie Cicotte card. 6-8, fly ball deep to center, but again, not deep enough. Happy Felch is camping. He makes the catch. 2 down. Second time Trout has flown out to his counterpart, Happy Felch, in center. So it's 2 outs, base is empty for Shohei Ohtani, who's 0 for 2. He struck out and lined to short. Cicotte shakes off Schalk. Will that be a mistake? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Ohtani. 3-2. How do you do? 3-2. Ground ball. A couple of hops to third. Buck Weaver has it. He fires to Gandil, and the side is retired. Ohtani grounds out 5-3 on the 3-2. Ground out to third. We're through 5. Knotted at 1. Between the 1919 White Sox and the 2018 Angels in La La Land. The road to redemption tour continues for the Chicago White Sox of 1919. Due up for the White Sox, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Buck Weaver, and Chick Gandil to face Ohtani. Ohtani has thrown 5 innings and only given up 1 run. He struck out 4. Shoeless Joe Jackson is a strikeout victim. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Jackson from Ohtani. We go to the Jackson card. 3-8. Will it be great? 3-8. Single. A single to right center field. Nice piece of hitting by Shoeless Joe Jackson. Go ahead run at first. In the top of the 6th. Jackson, a C-stealer, is going nowhere. Buck Weaver, the third baseman, comes to the plate. He's grounded out twice. He's 0 for 2. Ohtani hoping for a double play ball. They will hold Jackson on. The kick and delivery to Buck Weaver. 2-8 off the Weaver card. So Ohtani deals a 2-8 ground ball. Charging in at third on the slow 2-hopper is Valbuena. He fires to second, and they get the lead runner, and that's it. Whoa, that was a risky play. but they get the lead runner on the ground ball B. So it's a fielder's choice. 5-4. So Weaver takes Shoeless Joe Jackson's place at first with 1 out, though. First baseman Chick Gandil steps to the plate. He is 0 for 1, lined out on a great play by Valbuena at third, and walked and scored on the RBI single by Schalk. That was in the 4th. Again, Ohtani hoping for the double play ball. He deals to Gandil. 3-7 off the Gandil card. 3-7 ground ball to B. So once again, Valbuena will go to Fletcher. And Buck Weaver goes in hard, breaks up any possible double play, but they get the lead runner. So back-to-back fielders' choices. And once again, 5-4. And Gandil's at first base. With 2 outs, he'll be off on contact. They will hold him on. So it's only a +1, 1 through 13. Happy Felch, the center fielder, comes to play. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded back to Ohtani. Ohtani peeks to first. Now looks in. Picks up the sign from Brasino. The windup and the pitch to Happy Felch. 4-5 off the Ohtani card. 4-5, ground ball to third, and Valbuena. It's going to be a defensive check. We rolled a 5. Valbuena is a 3 defender. Will he make the diving play? So a 3 and a 5. He dives, pops up, throws to Pujols, and the side is retired. The Angels are flashing the leather. As that's 5-3. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 1 between the 1919 White Sox and the 2018 Angels. When the White Sox come up next, Ray Schalk, the catcher, will be up. Due up in the bottom of the 6th for the 2018 Angels, Upton, Simmons, and Pujols. Justin Upton is 0 for 1. He has walked and banged into a double play. He had 30 home runs in 2018. Let's see how he handles the 3rd time against Seacott. Flutter ball flies 4th to Upton. 6-4. Say no more. Off the Eddie Seacott card. 6-4. Fly ball center field. Happy Felch is a 1 defender. And that's a 17. He should make this play. 1-17. A fine running catch by Felch. 1 down. And coming to the plate, the Los Angeles Angels shortstop, Simmons. Andrelton Simmons is 2 for 2, a double and a single. He needs a triple and a homer to hit for the cycle. He had 11 homers in 2018, 75 ribbies, 292 batting average. Here's a pitch from Seacott to Simmons. 4-9 off the Seacott card. 4-9, swing and a miss. None shall pass this time as Eddie Seacott gets him with a flutter ball. That's the 4th K for Seacott. So there's 2 outs, no one on. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 6th. And here comes Albert Pujols. Pujols coming to an end of an illustrious career soon. Albert's 0 for 2. He's lined to short and flown to left. 19 homers in 2018. Pujols awaits the butterfly ball. Flutter ball flies 4th out of the hands of Eddie Seacott. 5-11 off the Seacott card. 5-11. This will be a play for the catcher, Ray Schalk. Schalk is a 1 defender, and that's a 17. A 1 and a 17. Well, if anyone was on, it's a wild pitch, but that doesn't matter. So it's a pop-up, foul territory. Schalk throws off the mask and makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels. We're through 6, and it's 1-1 between the 1919 White Sox and the 2018 Angels. We go to the top of the 7th. When next the Angels come up, it'll be David Fletcher to lead things off as the road to redemption tour continues for the White Sox. As Dave Little says, none shall pass. And he also says Angels versus the Black Knights. Here's Ray Schalk. He'll be followed by Shane O'Collins and Swede Risberg. Ray Schalk knocked in the tying run in the 4th inning with 2 outs. Ohtani stays back up on the bump. He's doing a beautiful job out there. Here's the pitch to Schalk from Ohtani. 3-10 off the Ray Schalk card. 3-10 single! So Ray Schalk is now 2 for 3. Could easily be 3 for 3. Less that great play from Simmons at short. But the go-ahead run is on first with no outs. Shane O'Collins is coming to the plate. Will they bunt him over for Swede Risberg? No. Actually, we're going to play hit and run. So a successful hit and run is 2 through 8. The hit and run is on. Here's the pitch. And it's a 10. Unbelievable. Ground ball to short. And he flips as it was a hard hit ground ball. Simmons flips to Fletcher, but they can't turn 2 as Schalk goes in hard. So the hit and run fails to advance the runner. So a fielder's choice sees Shane O'Collins at first. He did make contact, actually quite good contact, probably a little too hard. It was a 1 hard hopper to Simmons, who quickly underhand shuffled to Fletcher. But bounding down upon Fletcher at second was Ray Schalk, and he took him out the old school way. So Schalk is out, replaced at first by Shane O'Collins, who's a faster base runner, but a worse base stealer. 1 out, 1 on, 1-1 ball game, top of the 7th. Here comes Swede Risberg, who's 0 for 2. He's lined to second and popped to short. On deck is Eddie Cicotte. You're not pitch hitting for Cicotte, that's for sure. Collins will not be held on. Ohtani pays no attention to him. Pujols playing behind him. Here's the pitch of Swede Risberg. 3-9 off the Risberg card. 3-9. Hard hit ball to short. Simmons to Fletcher to Pujols. Double play, the pitcher's best friend, and the side is retired 6-4-3. Great job by Ohtani and the Angels. We go to the bottom of the 7th, knotted at 1. Eddie Cicotte will lead off the top of the 8th, if the White Sox so choose so. And another pitcher's duel here. If you didn't check out the 1936 Yankees versus the 1919 White Sox, that was a great one. It's on demand on the channel. Due up for the 2018 Angels, Fletcher, Brusino, and Calhoun. David Fletcher, the second baseman, is 1 for 2. He struck out and single. Here's a pitch from Cicotte to David Fletcher. 4-7 off the Cicotte card. 4-7, ground ball to second. The second baseman for the White Sox is Collins. He's a 1 defender, 113. Oh boy, that sometimes is an error. So a 113. Nope, he fields it, throws to first. And that's 1 down on the 113. Would have been a double play ball if anyone was on. So Fletcher's out 4-3. Nice play by Eddie Collins. The catcher strides to the plate for the Angels, Jose Brusino. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded to third. Schalk goes through the signs. Cicotte quickly nods his head. The delivery to Brusino. 4-3 4-6 off the Eddie Cicotte card. 4-6-19. And that's a hard hit single to center. Had it been 1 through 6, it would have been a double. 4-6. Yep, that's a single to center. So Brasino's now 1 for 3. Brasino very slow. Calhoun on deck. If he gets the second, we might think about a pinch runner. So here's Cole Calhoun. He's knocked in the only run for the Angels. A solo blast back in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Thus, the 1-1 ball game as Schulk tied it up in the top of the 4th with a 2-out single. Cicotte looking for the double play ball. Here's the pitch to Cole Calhoun. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66 off the Cicotte card. 6-6. Pop up. Right side. Foul territory. Chick Gandles there. He makes the catch. 2 down. Second time after the homer that Calhoun has popped out to Gandle at first. Brasino will be off on contact. They will hold him on to keep it a 1 through 11 as opposed to a 1 through 12. Here's Luis Valbuena. He is grounded to first and then was robbed of a base hit on the leaping catch by the shortstop Swede Risberg. Here's the pitch of Valbuena. Cicotte deals Valbuena a 6-6. Again, you get your kicks on Route 66. 6-6. Popped up, rinse and repeat right side. Gandle having a cup of coffee. He makes the catch. And down go the Angels. We go to the top of the 8th. We're tied at 1 here in La La Land. What a pitcher's duel it is. As I believe most of these Road to Redemption Tours games will be, as Eddie Cicotte pitches them all. So it's like an Eddie Cicotte challenge. When next the Angels come up, it'll be Mike Trout to lead things out. Trout, where about? So we go to the top of the 8th. And Ohtani's going to go back out there and pitch, folks. He's going to face his counterpart, Eddie Cicotte, in the top of the order, Eddie Collins and Shoeless Joe Jackson. The Angels do have the bullpen up. And here's the pitch from Ohtani to Eddie Cicotte. A 1-6. 1-6 hard hit ball to short. He did make good contact, but Simmons is there. He throws to Pujols. 1 down. Had we got a 1-8, 9, 10, 11, it would have been interesting. So Cicotte grounds out to short. He's 0 for 3. He's hit the ball pretty well in between. He's struck out. Top of the order, Eddie Collins. Second baseman is 1 for 2. He's flown out, singled, and grounded to second. Ohtani says he's doing fine. As Brasino went out to have a quick word with him, back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. The pitch to Eddie Collins. 4-8. Will it be great? 4-8 off the Ohtani card. 4-8. That's a walk. So Eddie Collins, the go-ahead run, is on. Second time that Collins is on base, and he's an A base stealer. An A base stealer. -2 for the defensive catcher for the Angels. Brasino's a 3. That's a 1 through 13. Shoeless Joe Jackson is at the plate. Jackson is 1 for 3. Eddie Collins, 1 through 13. 1 through 13. He's going. Here's the throw by Brasino. And he's safe. It's a 12. So a little small ball there. Dead ball, as they call it. Eddie Collins steals second. He's the go-ahead run with 1 out. They will hold him close. So it'll be a -1 with 1 out. So it'll be 1 through 16 base runner. As normally a 1 through 17. So Shoeless Joe Jackson can untie this game here, possibly. Ohtani peers over his shoulder, now looks in at the plate. Brasino sets a target. Here's the pitch to Shoeless Joe Jackson. A 6-2, how do you do off the Shohei Ohtani card? 6-2, ground ball to first base. Fielding it and taking it to the bag himself is Pujols. Advancing to third is Eddie Collins. So Shoeless Joe Jackson does not come through in the clutch. So it's going to be 2 outs. Go-ahead run 90 feet away for Buck Weaver. Weaver is 0 for 3. On deck, Chick Gandil, who's 0 for 2. This could be Ohtani's last batter. Collins clapping his hands, trying to distract Ohtani. Ohtani pays no heed to him. Here's the pitch to Buck Weaver. 2 outs. Go-ahead run at third. A 1-4 off the Weaver card. 1-4. Popped him up on the high fastball. First base, Pujols calling for it. He makes the catch, and Ohtani pumps his fist. What a job by Shohei Ohtani. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We're still tied at 1, folks. Don't go nowhere. You ain't seen nothing yet. When next, the White Sox of 1919 come to the plate in the top of the 9th, Chick Gandil will lead things off. So the White Sox came 90 feet close to going ahead. But Buck Weaver pops out to Albert Pujols. Due up for the Angels in the top of the 8th, the top of the order, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, and then Upton. Trout is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center twice. Sandwich between those flyouts was a walk back in the 3rd. Bottom of the 8th, 1-1. The butterfly man back up on the bump, Mr. Eddie Cicotte. Eddie Cicotte has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4 Angels with a knuckle spitter, with a junk ball. Here's the pitch from Cicotte to Trout. 3-3. What will it be? We shall see. The 3-3 off the Mike Trout card. Ground ball to short. Risberg fields it like a kid grabbing some candy, and he throws to Gandil at first. 1 down. Mike Trout is 0 for 3. Eddie Cicotte has had his number, has had pretty much everyone's number, except for Cole Calhoun, who had a homer back in the bottom of the 2nd with 2 outs. Since then, Calhoun's popped out twice to first. And here comes Shohei Ohtani. The pitcher is 0 for 3, struck out, lined out to short, and grounded to third. He'd love to get that 3 column. 4, 5 straight home runs, a 6, a 1 through 10 split home run. Cicotte wants to stay away from there. You can see him really working that baseball in his mitt. Here's the windup and the pitch to Ohtani from Eddie Cicotte. That's a 1-2. How do you do? Line shot to first, and Gandil snares it out of the air. That would have been a triple play had 2 people been on. Line out as many outs as you can get. But there's no one on. So there's 2 outs. Base is empty for Justin Upton. The left fielder is 0 for 2. He walked his first time up. Since then, banged into a 3-6-3 double play and has flown out to Happy Felch in center. Let's see if Upton can go yard. He had 30 homers. Can he join the Cole Calhoun club? Here's the pitch from Cicotte to Justin Upton. 2 outs, no one on. 1-1 ball game. A 6-5 off the Eddie Cicotte card. 6-5. Line shot right at the shortstop, Risberg. And the side is retired. 1-2-3. Go the Angels. So, Ohtani, Trout, Ohtani, and Upton struck the ball quite well. But 1-2-3 they go. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 1-1 between the 1919 White Sox and the 2018 Angels. The road to redemption tour for the Chicago Black Sox continues. When next the Angels come up in the bottom of the 9th, Simmons will lead things off, the shortstop. So Ohtani says he's good to go. He wants to pitch. This is an epic game, and he wants to pitch in an epic game. He's old school. It'll be Gandil, Felch, and Shaw. But the bullpen is ready for the Angels. So here's Chick Gandil, the first baseman. 0 for 2. Line to third. Walked and reached on a fielder's choice when he grounded to third. The windup and the pitch from Ohtani to Chick Gandil. 5-10 off the Ohtani card. 5-10, swing and a miss. Curveball drops off the table. Ohtani registers another K. He now has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 strikeouts. 1 out. Top of the 9th. Happy Felch steps to the plate, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3. A strikeout and 2 groundouts. was robbed of a base hit by Valbuena at third in the 6th. He awaits the Ohtani offering. Pitch homeward bound by Shohei Ohtani. 6-4 off the Ohtani card. 6-4, ground ball, slowly hit to second. Fletcher comes in, throws to Pujols, and they get felched by a step and a half. 2 down. So it's up to Ray Schalk, the catcher. He is 2 for 3, could easily be 3 for 3. But there was that great play by Simmons at short. He did single to knock in the game-tying run in the top of the 4th with 2 outs, and then singled again in the 6th. Schalk had no homers in 1919. Ohtani looking for that 1-2-3 inning. Brasino goes through the signs. Ohtani quickly nods his head. The high leg kick and pitch to Ray Schalk. 3-4 off the Schalk card. 3-4, and that's a walk. Good job by Ray Schalk. 3rd time he's been on. So Schalk, 1 through 12 base runner. They will hold him on with 2 outs. It's a +1, so he's 1 through 13. And here comes Shane O'Collins, the right fielder. On deck is Risberg. Then Eddie Cicotte. If they get to Cicotte, then a run has scored. That's the way I look at it, most likely. Can Shane O'Collins do something here? Ohtani peeks to first. Pujols holding on Collins. Now he deals to... holding on Schalk. Now he deals to Shane O'Collins. 2-6. 2-6 off the Shane O'Collins card. 2-6. Hard hit ball to short. Simmons backhands it. Throws to first. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 1-1 ball game here in L.A. Angels fans don't want to hear this. If we go to the top of the 10th, Swede Risberg would lead things off for the White Sox. Another pitcher's duel by Eddie Cicotte. It's going to be tough to score runs off Eddie Cicotte. And again, he'll pitch every game. It's a barnstorming tour. He has enough rest. He's old school, folks. Will Eddie Cicotte get 30 wins and his bonus? Not if Charlie Comiskey has anything to say about it. Due up for the Angels, Simmons, Pujols, and Fletcher. They need to push 1 run across to win the game 2-1. Will they win it in the bottom of 9th? Or will we go to free baseball, as we say? Simmons is 2 for 3. A double, a single, and a strikeout. Eddie Cicotte sends the flutter ball 4th. A 3-8 to Simmons. 3-8, pops it up sky high. Calling for it is a shortstop, Risberg. And that is out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Albert Pujols comes to the plate. Will he get the walk-off homer? Angels first baseman's 0 for 3. Schalk goes out to have a word with Cicotte, now back behind the plate. Squats down, sets a target. Cicotte sends the knuckler 4th. Pujols, a 3-5 to Albert Pujols. 3-5 singles to center. So Pujols picks up his first hit. Winning run at first. And 1 through 8 base runner. What's blazing in sports is at the ballpark. How you doing, my friend? That's T-Dub. Please check out his wonderful boxing channel. I have to get back there. He has so much good stuff up. And if you like live boxing calls and you're not watching the fight, the best thing, even if you are watching the fight, is go to What's Blazing in Sports. And he'll give you his call on YouTube. And hats off to our good friend T-Dub. How's the little man? Hope all is well. All right, so Pujols, a 1 through 8 base runner. Who do we have on the bench? As I actually put together a 25-man roster. Because my God, did the Angels use a lot of players. 1 through 13, Zach Cozart. But then we take his bat out of the lineup. I would hate to hit a double and not be able to score him. You know what? I am not taking... If he gets a second, we'll think about taking him out. I'm not taking his bat out of the lineup. I'm not doing that. I mean, it's against Eddie Cicotte. So. All right, so 1 out. Pujols, the winning run at first, very slow. And they will hold him on just because that's a -1. So it's 1 through 7 with 1 out. 2 outs, he goes to a +1 as opposed to a +2. Fletcher is 1 for 3. Struck out, singled, and grounded to second. Cicotte looking for the double play ball. Great candidate at first and Pujols for the double play ball. Cicotte looks in, nods his head. The windup and the pitch to David Fletcher. 5-6 off the Eddie Cicotte card. 5-6 and a 6. And that is a single. And Pujols is motoring around second base. Here's the throw, and it won't be in time. Albert Pujols beats the relay throw. And with 1 out, it is first and third. So David Fletcher on the 5-6. 1 or 2 would have been a triple. We rolled a 6. That's a single, 2 stars. The winning run, 90 feet away. And now we will replace Albert Pujols. So Albert's day is done. And we will come with Zach Cozart, 1 through 13 base runner. He's our fastest base runner. Jeffrey Marte, 1 through 12. So Zach Cozart will come into pinch run. 1 out, first and third. I guess we got to bring the infield in. Can't have that double. We got to bring the infield in. So Zach Cozart will pinch run. Pujols' day is done. His single got things started. So the pinch runner Cozart, and he's a 1 through 13. 1 out, infield in. Fletcher at first. His run means nothing. And here comes Jose Brasino, the catcher. 239. I don't think we have anyone better on the bench. Take a quick look again. They have so many players, I didn't want to make everyone eligible. I'd be sitting here for hours trying to get the perfect. Not that they had a lot of good players. They didn't. The good players are in the starting lineup. But we do have Jose Fernandez, and he will go into play first if we go to extras, and he batted .267. And .267 is better than .239. He needs that 3 column, where Brasino needs the 1 column. Will they let Brasino hit? They will go to Jose Fernandez, the pinch hitter, as .267, again, is better than .239. Basically the same amount at bats as Brasino had 117 and Fernandez had 116. So Brasino is done. He's the catcher. So pinch hitting is Jose Fernandez. If they don't get the job done, he's going to go into play first, and we've lost Pujols' bat. But you got to put in the faster runner with 1 out and Pujols at third. So Jose, pinch hitter, Fernandez. Will pinch hit. Can he win the game here in the bottom of the 9th? First and third, 1 out. The infield is in. Cozart, the winning run at third, the pinch runner for Pujols, who motored from first to third, 1 through 13 base runner, infield in. Cicotte needs a strikeout. You can't get a double play ball in the infield in unless it's a line out, and I don't even know if that's on that chart. Here's the ball game. The pitch from Cicotte to Jose Fernandez, the pinch hitter. 2-6, 2-6, and he pops it up to first base. And that's out number 2 in foul territory. Chick Gandil makes the catch. So Fernandez fails. So there's 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal, as Fernandez will actually stay in to play first if Cole Calhoun does not knock in the winning run. Calhoun has knocked in the only run for the Angels, a home run with 2 outs back in the bottom of the second. Can he do it again off Eddie Cicotte? Cicotte trying to take the White Sox to the top of the 10th and keep it 1-1. Cicotte with a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. Here's the pitch to Cole Calhoun. Butterfly ball flutters fourth. 4-7 off the Cicotte card. 4-7. Ground ball to second. We rolled a 1, but let's see. The second baseman is Shane O'Collins, and he's a 1, and he will make the play. Diving stop, pops up, throws to first, and we're going to free baseball, folks. A 1-1 with a 1 defender and basic fielding chart is an out number 3. Would have been a double play ball, but they didn't need it. So Eddie Collins saves the day. Eddie Cicotte tips his cap to his second baseman. And we go to the top of the 10th. The winning run was at third with 1 out. But the Angels could not push him across the plate. So that goes 4-3. And that was a web gem. That was great. All right, let's do our housekeeping here. So Fernandez will stay in the game. And he will play first. So Fernandez first base, and he's a 4, so that's not good. And he's an E stealer 1 through 10. Cozart is out of the game. And we have to put our backup catcher in. Now, we didn't have Maldonado. I think his card is with Houston, and I wasn't pulling it out. I probably could have, but I played with the guys they had. So the backup catcher is Renny Rivera. I like that name, Renny. And he's a 3 defender, so again, that will be a -2 on the hold. And we're not playing with injuries, so we don't have to worry about no catcher. Todd B is here. How you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining us. Hope all is well. As Bobby Cantilano is going to bed, thank you for joining us, Bobby. Dave Gardner is here. As he's watching some UFC and doing some body painting. He's a very talented man, Dave Gardner. Check out that wonderful channel. And hockeytournaments.com for all your hockey tournament needs in the New England region, in Massachusetts, in the United States of America, North America, and worldwide. HockeyTournaments.com. All right, so Renny Rivera will come in to catch. All right, so Renny Rivera's here. And he's going to bat 5th. So catching is Rivera. And he's a 3. Hold -2. E1 through 8. E1 through 8. And I think Fernandez is at first. Calhoun got robbed by the great play by Eddie Collins. And Valbuena will lead things off in the bottom of the 10th. All right, so Shohei Ohtani has pitched 9 innings, given up 1 run. He says he wants to go out for another inning. And they're saying, hell, this is a barnstorming tour. You will go out for another inning. We will respect your wishes. All right, so he's going to face, this will be his last inning, though. Ohtani will face Risberg, Cicotte, and Eddie Collins, who saved the day. The game-winning hit was robbed by Eddie Collins on the diving stop, and he threw to Gandil for the 3rd and final out in the bottom of the 9th. 1-1 top of the 10th. Ohtani back up on the bump, the windup, and the pitch to Swede Risberg. 3-11 off the Risberg card. 3-11 ground ball to second. Fletcher has it, throws to the new first baseman. Fernandez, 1 down. Risberg's now 0 for 4. Here's Eddie Cicotte. You're not pinch hitting for Eddie Cicotte. He's pitching until the end, my friend. Ohtani deals to his counterpart Cicotte, who's 0 for 3. 5-8 off the Ohtani card. 5-8, swing and a miss. Had it been a 5-9, it would have been a home run because we had a 9, but it's not. It's a 5 and an 8, and that's a swing and a miss. Second time he's gotten his counterpart Cicotte. So 2 outs, top of the order. Ohtani looking to mow through the White Sox of 1919 and keep it a 1-1 ball game. Here's Eddie Collins, the man who saved the day. He is 1 for 3. Flown out to right, singled, grounded to second, and walked. He did steal a base, but was stranded at third in the top of the 8th. Ohtani picks up the sign from his new battery mate, Rivera. He kicks and deals to Eddie Collins. 2-8 off the Collins card, so he misses location. 2-8, hard hit ball, short. Simmons backhands it, throws to first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Double check the 2-8 on the Collins card. Ground ball to short. We are correct. We go the bottom of the 10th. Once again, the Angels need to push 1 across to win this ball game. If we go to the top of the 11th, again, Angel fans don't want to hear it. It's going to be Shoeless Joe Jackson. Due up in the bottom of the 10th to face Eddie Cicotte. Valbuena, the top of the order, Trout, and Ohtani. See, we lose Ohtani's bat. That's what sucks. Though we could put him... they don't rate him. They just have him as a DH. And I thought he could play short, but they don't give him a rating. So we're not going to take our shortstop out and put a 5 in. So, because he'd be a 5, I think. That's how that works. All right, Luis Valbuena is 0 for 3. Here's a pitch from Cicotte to Valbuena. 4-8. 4's gone across the board. They've gone nuts. 4-4-4, 4-8 off the Cicotte card. 4-8 and a 9. Line shot right at the second baseman, Eddie Collins. 1 through 6 would have been a hit. That is a 9. That's a line out to Collins at second. So, you know, he's hit the ball hard twice, but again, nothing to show for it. That's because you bat 199, and that means you have bad luck at the plate sometimes. So 1 out, top of the order. Mike Trout, 0 for 3, did reach base in the 3rd with a walk. Trout with 39 homers. Will he get a walk-off against the butterfly man, Eddie Cicotte? Flutter ball flies 4th to Trout. 3-8, 3-8, and he walks again. Winning run at first. And he is an A base stealer, but Ray Schalk is a 1 defender, so that's -4. And again, 1 through 15, and for an A base stealer, -4, 1 through 11, he will stay put. They will hold him on with 1 out. So 1 through 17 goes to 1 through 16. And here comes Shohei Ohtani. It's going to be his last at-bat because we will go to the bullpen if we go to the top of the 11th. Ohtani is 0 for 4. He struck out, lined out, and grounded out, and then lined out again. Can Ohtani win the game here for the Angels? He had 22 balls go boom in 2018. Cicotte looking for the double play ball. The windup and the pitch to Ohtani from Cicotte. 6-8 off the Eddie Cicotte card. 6-8. Deep fly ball to center. Racing back is Halpy Felch. And he leaps and he makes the catch. It was a little leap, but he makes the catch. Gingerly bangs into the wall. Throws it back in. A wry smile by Felch on his face. So 2 outs. Trout will be off on contact, so he becomes a 1 through 18 base runner with a +1. And here's Justin Upton. He had 30 homers. Can he find a gap or bash this ball over the fence? Cicotte deals quickly to Justin Upton. A 5-4. We could be going to the 11th, folks. 5-4 and an 8. That ball is launched to left. Racing back is Shoeless Joe Jackson. In full stride, he makes the leap and the tumbling catch. and saves the day. We go to the top of the 11th, knotted at 1. Justin Upton just rolls his helmet in disgust on a great catch by Shoeless Joe Jackson in left. A 1 would have been a home run. A 2 through 20 is a fly out to left. We go to the top of the 11th. The free baseball continues on the road to redemption tour for the 1919 White Sox. Next we go to the bottom of the 11th. Simmons, the shortstop, will lead things off for the Angels. White Sox hope to have a multi-run lead by then. Due up for the White Sox in the top of the 11th, and we need a pitcher. Do we stick? I can't see Ohtani pitching 11 innings. We let him pitch 10. And they're going to go to their closer, Blake Parker, 2-1 with 14 saves. And he only pitches 1 inning. But we're playing basic. We'll give him 2 innings if we go that far. So, Shohei Ohtani gives up 1 run. He pitched 10. He will have a no decision. And we got to use, when Ohtani comes up, we have to use a hitter's card for the pitcher. And Blake Parker is a 1, which is god-awful. So they chose to let Ohtani hit because it's Shohei Ohtani. But now there's no DH, folks. Ohtani's day is done. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, and he's in the second slot. Not that that matters. All right, so let's just write his name in as Blake Parker continues to throw his warm-up tosses, excuse me. Blake Parker and again, Parker was 2-1 with 14 saves, 3.26 earned run average. Can the White Sox get a run across? It's 1-1, top of the 11th. Shoeless Joe Jackson, who is 1 for 4. His 1 hit was a single. He's grounded out twice and struck out. He faces Blake Parker. Will he have better luck than he had against Ohtani? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Shoeless Joe Jackson. A 1-9, a 1-9. That's a ground ball, backhanded by the first baseman, Fernandez, and he flips to Parker, covering the bag. Remember, Pujols was lifted for the pinch runner when he got the third in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out, but they couldn't push the pinch runner Cozart across the plate. So that goes 3-1 as Shoeless Joe Jackson's out once again. Here comes Buck Weaver, the third baseman. Weaver is 0 for 4. He has not hit the ball bueno. Will that change against Parker? Parker nods his head. Here's the pitch to Weaver. Weaver's dealt a 5-5 off the Parker card. 5-5, and Buck Weaver launches that one deep to left center field. Racing is Trout. He looks up, and it just clears the wall as he made a leap for it, but he does not come back with the ball. Buck Weaver has just homered for the 1919 White Sox and has given them a 2-1 lead. As Trout went racing back left center field, he made the leap, and it was just over his glove, but they all count. And Buck Weaver will touch them all after boom goes the ball. He is greeted at home plate by a very happy Chick Gandil. And that's a 5-5, and that's a clean homer off the Parker card. That looked like a slider that didn't slide. As they would say in Cheers, Mayday Malone's slider of death. So Buck Weaver has just untied it here in the top of the 11th. You can hear the cheers from the Windy City. It's 2-1. And here comes Chick Gandil. And there's a lot of backslapping going on in that White Sox dugout. So 1 out, 2-1 White Sox. Again, Weaver just... A homer's a homer, whether it just clears the fence or not. And that's what he did. Parker deals to Gandil. Gandil, excuse me. 4-7 off the Parker card. 4-7. And that's a single! 1 through 13 line shot over the leap of Fletcher at second. A 1 through 13's a single. We rolled a 5, so here come the White Sox. Their bats come alive against Parker. Ohtani held them still for only 1 run. So 1 out, 1 on. Gandil at first. B. Steeler. He's not going nowhere. They will hold him on, though. Here's Happy Felch. Parker hoping for a double play ball. Rivera wiggles the finger, sets the target. Parker rocks and deals to Happy Felch. 3-5 off the Felch card. 3-5, and that's a walk. Gandil, Chick Gandil advances to second. And I shall be back in a moment. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. All right, so we have 1 out. It's 2-1 on the Weaver homer. First and second, Gandil's at second after he singled and advanced on the walk by Felch. And at the plate is the catcher Ray Schalk, who singled in the tying run back in the top of the 4th. And we're missing the... Oh, there's the white die. All right, so Parker has not come in to spell relief, that's for sure. Here's the pitch from Parker to Schalk. 1-7. 1-7 pop-up second base. Schalk over anxious on the off-speed pitch. And making the catch is Fletcher, so 2 down. Runners will be off on contact. They will hold the lead. They'll try to keep Chick Gandil close at second, so 1 through 12 will be a 1 through 13. And here comes Shane O'Collins. Eddie Seacott can win this game now. Shane O'Collins, the right fielder, 1 for 4. His 1 hit a single. He has struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, and grounded out. Parker takes a deep breath, beat a sweat from his brow. The windup and the pitch of Shane O'Collins, 3-7, 3-7, and he jammed him. Popped up third base side, foul territory, ranging over is Valbuena, waiting. It carries a bit towards the stands. He reaches out and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. Oh, adventurous moments for Valbuena in foul territory. The ball played some tricks. It looked like an Eddie Seacott flutter ball. But the Buck Weaver homer with 1 out in the top of the 11th gives the 1919 White Sox a 2-1 lead. And Eddie Seacott on the mound. Seacott has only given up 1 run. The homer by Cole Calhoun. White Sox fans don't want to hear this, but if they come up in the top of the 12th, that means they didn't win, and Swede Risberg would be up. So it's Eddie Seacott. Blake Parker is on the hook for the loss at the moment. Can his teammates bail him out with the bats? So Seacott goes into the breach one more time. Bottom of the 11th, he will face Simmons, Pujols, and Fletcher. Todd B says, always thought dead ball teams had a disadvantage against modern teams. Yeah, absolutely. It's their pitching that will hold them in the games. And you got to hope that the other team's catchers are not good, so you can play some, you can steal. And again, I'm playing basic, but basic's pretty fun and fairly accurate. So again, I prefer to play advanced when I can, but I do enjoy it. I have these teams, and I was thinking of something to do, and this, we'll play some of these games until no one wants to watch them anymore. Then I'll play them offline. All right, so here's Simmons. He is 2 for 4. Doubled and singled his first 2 at-bats against Cicotte. Then Cicotte figured him out, a strikeout and a pop-out. All right, can Simmons, the tying run at the plate, get on? He had 11 homers in 2018. Cicotte 3 outs away from a victory for himself and the White Sox. Here's the pitch to Simmons from Cicotte. 3-7. 3-7, hard hit ball to third. Weaver's up with it, throws across the diamond, 1 down. The White Sox 2 outs away. Buck Weaver pounds the mitt. Enjoy. That'll bring up Renny Rivera. He came in to catch after Brasino was lifted for the pinch hitter. Fernandez, who stayed in to play first when Pujols was lifted for the pinch runner, and Rivera came in to catch. Renny Rivera, 244, 4 homers, 11 ribbies. Lots of strikeouts on his card. He needs to get the 1 column. Cicotte wants the flutter ball to fly fourth, dipping and diving. Here's the pitch to Renny Rivera, and that's a 4-11 off the Cicotte card. 4-11, ground ball to first. Chick Gandil, defense check is a 1, and that's an 18. A 1 and an 18 should be an out. No, it's a freaking re-roll. And you know me and re-rolls. And that's a 1! Chick Gandil makes the diving stop. Pops up, races to the bag, and he beats Renny Rivera by 2 steps. Let's relook at that. He is a 1 defender and a 1. That's an out 3. Would have been a double play ball. So, great play by Chick Gandil, robbing Renny Rivera of a base hit. As a diving backhanded stop popped up and raced to the bag, as Rivera is very slow-footed. Eddie Cicotte and the 1919 White Sox 1 out away from a 2-1 victory here in La La Land. And that could be their first step to the road to redemption in this barnstorming tour. David Fletcher, the second baseman, trying to keep hope alive. He is 2 for 4. A strikeout, a single, a ground out, and a single. Fletcher only had 1 bye-bye birdie in 2018. Cicotte looks in at Ray Schulk. Schulk pounding the mitt, employing Cicotte to hit the target with the flutter ball. Here comes the spitter. It's a 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. That's a sky-high pop-up. Chick Gandil calling for it. And he makes the basket catch. Puts some mustard on that hot dog. And the ball game is over. Wow! As Chick Gandil just smiles at Eddie Cicotte and tells him, I had it all the way, Eddie. All the way. So the Chicago White Sox of 1919 defeat the 2018 Angels in an epic pitcher's duel, 2-1. Eddie Cicotte goes 11 innings and gets the win. He only gives up 1 run. He struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters, but the flutter ball flew forth. The only flutter ball that really didn't flutter was the home run to Cole Calhoun with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The only run the Angels could push across. They had the game-winning run in the bottom of the 9th at third base when Pujols went first to third on a single by Fletcher, as it was a single 2 stars. We lifted Pujols for the pinch runner Cozart because he's a much better runner. Cicotte bared down. He got the pop-out by the pinch hitter Fernandez to first, and then the ground out by Calhoun, a diving stop. Calhoun thought he had the game-winning hit, but the diving stop by Eddie Collins at second. We went to extras, and then Buck Weaver with one out in the top of the 11th, sends one to left center field. Trout gave chase, leaped, and the ball just went over his glove and over the fence, and it's a 2-1 victory as Eddie Cicotte retired the Angels 1-2-3 in the 11th. 2-1, the 1919 White Sox over the 2018 Angels in an epic. Ohtani goes 10, gives up 1, no decision. Blake Parker goes 1 inning and takes the loss. What a ball game. What a ball game. As Clinton Parks likes this stuff. He likes this old school. That is what you call a cardiac baseball league, right, Clinton? How you doing, my friend? How's the new job? Mike Y, how you doing? WVogs18, great to see you. Check out those wonderful channels. As Dave Little says, great game, Al. Well, it went long, but it was fun. And damn it, we're going to have fun. So we'll see how the views go. And we'll continue our barnstorming tour and pick the next 2018 team that you'd like to see the White Sox. Throw it in the comments. If not, I shall pick one. So, again, they started off the barnstorming tour with a tremendous exhibition against the 36 Yankees. If you haven't seen that one, it was another pitcher thriller. So, and Eddie Cicotte will pitch every game. As Clinton says, his new job is tiring but good. Excellent. You take it easy, my friend. Health is more important, Clinton. All right. Well, it's 12:13. No one wants to hear me babble anymore. Thank you very much again. Later on, if you want, pick a 2018 team. It's going to be in basic. We've already played the Angels, so anyone else, go ahead and pick them. I might override, but if there's enough people picking a game, we will do it. So, all right, thank you very much. Oh, Mike Y, 1955 Dodgers. I don't have the 55 Dodgers. I have the 53 Dodgers. We can do that. That's not a 2018 team, but we can do that. I have the 53 Dodgers and the 41 Dodgers. Do I have the 55 Dodgers on PC? Well, I have it on other games. Mike, we can do that game. Let me write that. It won't be on this. It won't be Card&Dice. I can do that in Out of the Ballpark 20. 1955 Dodgers, 1919 White Sox. Or we could do it on Action PC. I have the 53 Dodgers, and I can check. What year was the Dodgers' only World Series win? Was that 55? I have to check because I bought that season on PC. I got their only world. Yeah, okay. So I can. We'll see what. I think we might do that one though on unless you have a preference, Mike. We might do that one on Action PC or Out of the Ballpark because of the graphics and stuff. So, but I do have that on. I do also have that on PC Strat. But the 1919 White Sox on my PC version is also basic. So even though we'll have other stats for the 55 team, it will only play basic. Yeah, it's half price, $19.99. It's going to be half price until the 19th, I think. So Mike says nope. So you don't have any preference? Okay. I think let's try it on. I think we'll do that Out of the Ballpark. I think. Yeah. So we can do that either late this week or early next week. Cool, Mike. Thank you. I like participation. So. And who knows? I might pick up a season. Maybe I'll get 1919 even though I bought a gazillion. You know, I think we'll do it Out of the Ballpark. That's what we'll do. All right. Thank you, everyone. No one's going to rewatch this. It's an hour 44, but I don't care. We had fun. That's what's important, folks. Thank you very much. Enjoy the games you play. Enjoy the hobbies you have. And be good to one another, as I'm robbing that sort of from my good friend, Mr. John St. Baptiste. He says be excellent, so I'll say be good to one another. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. And check out one another's channels. Make sure you subscribe to one another. And you know, I try to watch as much YouTube by the FOC as possible. I don't get to everybody all the time, but I try. And I ask that you guys do the same with everybody. Check them out. Give them a like. Check out their videos. Share. and spread the word. Because, as I say, there's the right way, there's the wrong way, and then there's the only way, the FOC way. Friends of the channel, friends of the community. Together, no one can keep us down, folks. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And you know what's coming, folks. No, thank you, Jake Cruz, and thank you for everyone who follows and subscribes, myself and the other friends of the channel. Peace! Love you all.